guys, welcome back, and today I wanted to show you two projects that I am working on that do go together. I have cookbooks, my laptop, laminator, and this pink binder, and it all has to do with cooking, which brings me to I don't find cooking enjoyable, and I can cook as long as I'm following a recipe. We are a family of 5. We have 3 kids that are far apart in age, and when school starts, their schedules are very busy. And because they're far apart in age, they have different tastes, which that's okay. But planning dinner becomes very stressful at our house. And I probably shouldn't even use the word planning because we aren't planning, which is the reason why it is stressful. I'm gonna give a couple of examples. Like I said earlier, I have to have a recipe to follow in order to cook because cooking doesn't come natural to me. I pen these really cool recipes that I think my whole family will like and will be great. However, my husband, Kevin, he doesn't always need a recipe. Actually, he never needs recipes for the most part. But when I say I can't come home right away and I text him, I'm like, hey, can you start $1 Million Spaghetti? And he's like, is that? I said, oh, it's on Pinterest. Well, he is not gonna get a Pinterest account. So he's like, you need to give me something else that I can cook that's, I know what I'm doing because I don't know what $1 Million Spaghetti is. So there's our first problem. If he would just get a Pinterest account, it would all work. Luke has a football game Friday night. Obviously, he is not gonna have and it's out of town. His game's out of town. Obviously, he's not gonna have the same dinner that we had because after his game, they're gonna go to a restaurant and eat. So what I usually like to do is, oh, there goes my computer. I try to think of maybe a recipe that the girl like that Luke might not enjoy and try to cook that. But because I didn't plan ahead of time, and if it requires, say, chicken, it's frozen, so we can't have that because it didn't defrost because I didn't plan. So now I'm gonna dive into the very first things about the recipes. Since Kevin does not have a Pinterest account and he will not get one, and the fact that I can't remember if I'm like, oh, I want to have this type of dinner and I can't remember if it came from Pinterest or it came from a cookbook, it just becomes a huge mess. I created this binder. I went onto Pinterest and I printed off recipes that our entire family likes, or maybe one kid likes and another doesn't. We do have our kids try different foods, but we do like to fix meals that that particular child does like, you know, to make them feel special. Printed them off so that way Kevin would have the recipe, and I laminated it and I put it in this binder. Well, my next goal is to get tabs and put our names, and I'm gonna put recipes that that particular child likes that maybe nobody else likes, and then I'll have a tab for recipes that we all like. So that was the first thing. The second thing I did was I went through the cookbooks and I ripped out pages from the cookbooks and laminated them. Let me show you one that I did right here. All of us except Harper love this King Ranch chicken. I'm not gonna throw these away because, like I said, children's taste change. Very first goal was to collect all the recipes that we like. I even took look at this one. You can tell it's pretty dirty. We loved this, or we still love this recipe. Laminated it. Oh, and I even we love monkey bread, took that recipe off the cinnamon roll pan, laminated it. So that was my first thing. And like I said, this will change because kids' tastes change as they get older. If I'm not home and it's a recipe off Pinterest, Kevin will now have it. So trying to get all the recipes together is my first project. The second project is I needed to come up with a way. We needed to plan so that we visually see what is going on that week instead of just relying on each other through communication. I created this document on Canva and I want to enlarge it, laminate it, and use vis-a-vis to write on it. So what I did was, I did Sunday through Saturday, and this is only for dinners. I have to start small. On the side here, you see Luke, Kinley, Harper, Mom, Dad, family, and then you see dinner. Go in and we're gonna mark maybe what each kid has that week or whatever. We're gonna start there first. And then we will decide what dinner we are going to have. That is going to be the most easiest for us just because, like I said, our kids are very busy during the school year. Next day, and we went and picked up the family menu that I enlarged. I sent it to Office Max or Office Depot. I always get them mixed up which one we have. And I love how it turned out. So here it is. And I'm gonna show you where I'm going to hang it. Obviously this is a mess. I thought I could use a monthly calendar. We didn't stick with that very long, and I'm hoping we stick to this, at least for a month. So I'm just gonna take everything off because it's collected just junk. The idea is to put magnetic tape on the back of this so I can take it off when we're working with it. This will just be temporary till I go get that magnetic tape. There we go. Of course, I'll fix this all up so it's not so cluttery anymore, but let me get closer so you can see. I like how these boxes came out kind of big so we can just mark in our activities. I just wanted to share that with y'all. Bye.